Greetings, I am Quantum Majesty. I'm a volunteer in the heavenly forces of the liberation of Earth. I am sharing messages from the Royal Houses of Lyra. Today let's talk about what is Ascension. What does it really mean to ascend? If you look in any dictionary, you will see Ascension means the rising of a rightful king to the throne. A king ascends. He is coronated. He receives a purple gown, all his insignia, and so on. So ascension, in a way, is political. Once you realize that you are the source, you are the creator of everything you see, you hear, you are the immoving cause of all things in motion here. Once you realize who you truly are, you remember that there is the true creator, God, is expressing itself through the body. At this moment, there is an awakening to the realization that your word is the word of the Most High. Your word is the word of God in the realm. This is why, in the moment of awakening, you will choose to be silent rather than speaking. You're going to weigh your words very carefully, because your word is a command in the quantum kingdom. Your ascension happens the moment when you quit orbiting someone else's authority. Most people in the world live their lives as if sitting on a carousel, and they are riding a pony. Then they get bored with the pony. They think, oh, if I jump on the little car, then my life will change. So they switch. When the carousel stops, they switch the seats and they ride. They continue the ride in a car. Oh, maybe I jump on the giraffe, or maybe I jump on the train, and so on. Ultimately, what happens? They are still on the carousel. And ascension is the awakening is the moment when you ask, hold on a second, who turns on and turns off this carousel? Who turns this off? Who decides? Who owns this carousel? You wake up to the realization you are the force. You are the owner of that carousel. You are the force that's moving. And you abolish any other authority, whether it is a medical doctor trying to tell you, trying to diagnose you on your body, whether it is a politician trying to convince you to pay taxes and submit to an authority. You realize all those people, their job is to serve you. Their job is to serve the expansion of consciousness on the earth. And if they don't do their job, they're fired. Simple. So awakening is the moment when you realize, I am not only the owner of the carousel, I am the owner of the entire Luna Park. And therefore, you can stop that carousel and you decide to do what you truly prefer. You basically get off the treadmill. You basically refuse to obey. And it's an art of saying no without emotions, in a neutral state, just like when you say yes. You've been trained to say yes, yes, yes all the time. Ascension happens when you, once in a while, say no and do what you prefer and express more and more your authentic dreams, your authentic choices. No matter what they are, it is your reality. This world is so your own, and that realization takes place when you plant your body in the epicenter of the realm. Once you realize, I am the epicenter of my reality, I am the highest authority in my reality, and you relax to the consciousness that you are just alone here. It is your own private universe. And everyone else is you pushed out. Everyone else is the same I am force. I am consciousness embodied in the body, right? So ascension happens when you are first and foremost obeying no one, including this voice that you are hearing, this avatar that's speaking to you, right? And no one ever has any permission, unless you give it, to tell you how to live your life. So you take your power back. You take your toys back out of the sandbox. You didn't want to play with them? It's no fun anymore? You pack up, you vote with your feet. Whether it is a marriage that is actually toxic, most of them are toxic, aren't they? Unfortunately, whether it is a job, any situation, church, any situation, you vote, you simply say no. If this is not understood, then you vote with your feet. It takes courage, doesn't it? Courage is that threshold that is needed. It's that 200 hertz frequency that's needed for you to start climbing, start ascending. And ascension is a little bit like you have a balloon, like you are a balloon full of potential, and all you need to do is throw the sandbags out. So anything that still anchors you to lower dimensions, to dense, dumb, retarded, stupid, backwards society, you basically say, no thank you, no thank you, and you ditch the sandbags out. What happens? Naturally, the balloon gets lifted off, because that's your nature. Your true nature is spirit, and you are lighter than any density that tries to anchor you and hold you back. So I trust this inspires you. Anchor yourself, plant your consciousness in the epicenter of the realm, in the eye of the storm, and hold neutral energy, neutral, 0 point state of consciousness. It is what it is, and it's not what it's not. Now, what do I prefer? Because I am the God of my reality, and I decide what happens here. When you give power away, when you blame others. When do you take back your power? When you take back the blame. Blame me. Sure, I am the cause of everything. Be fearless and take your power back. The more you embrace that it is actually you who have caused this, the more your divinity is gonna shine fearlessly and with pure innocence. Enjoy the ride, Your Majesty.